to this next segment, fair or foul, where I think you have some stuff to give me, and I'm going to say whether I think it's fair or foul. Let's start with Taylor's Japanese foul. What do we got next?
All right, so the AL Central is getting interesting. The White Sox are playing good baseball, I guess, now. Twins are hanging around, but the Guardians still lead the division. So, fair or foul, Guardians will win the AL Central.
I am going to say that is fair. I think they hold on. A big reason for that is last week on this show, I was down on the White Sox and went off on my disappointment in them. So I'm not yet ready to turn it around and say, I'm a believer in them 4 days later. They have a lot to prove. And one of those things to prove, whether we like it or not, is when Tony La Russa comes back, how are they going to play for him? Because their season has been just this even keel of 500 or less ball all year long. And then Tony La Russa has to miss some time. And they play good baseball. And now he's going to come back, seemingly, which I hope Tony La Russa is okay. But are the White Sox going to continue playing as well as they have been with him leading the way? Now, that's not like a Tony La Russa comes along and the team's going to stop hitting. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding here. So I am going to say that the Guardians hold on, and it is fair to say that they will win the AL Central.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but we'll see what happens. But moving on, confirmed on Twitter, Jerry Seinfeld hates fun, allegedly. He took to Twitter to blame the Mets' slide on the in-game performance of Timmy Trumpet. And by slide, that just means the Braves caught up to them. So fair or foul, Timmy Trumpet is to blame for the Mets' recent slide.
First, let me read these tweets to everyone. Thank you to the director and the entire team back in the control room getting this up in the wall right now so I can read to it. Jerry Seinfeld, it looks like this is an Instagram comment, said, I blame that stupid trumpet performance. Celebrating in season. We haven't won anything yet. Bad mojo. He also said, same as when Baja Men showed up to play Who Let the Dogs Out in the 2000 World Series. Series ended right there. So the question here is fair, or his comments are fair or foul?
If Timmy Trumpet is to blame for the Mets' recent slide.
First off, that's foul. Because they're not even really sliding. They're playing above 500 ball since Timmy Trumpet came and played masterfully narco in front of thousands of people. And so the world could watch their favorite closer with their favorite walkout entrance. They could see it all happen live. They've been fine since then. They won that game that he played. They won the next game, both against the Dodgers, winning the series against the Dodgers, and then won the following game. So they had a couple of games in there where they weren't great. But since Timmy Trumpet has played at the Mets Stadium in Queens, in front of everybody, the Mets are over 500, and they've been just fine. So these comments and Timmy Trumpet's performance causing a downslide are foul, solely because of they've been playing fine. I want more of that. We need more Timmy Trumpet, not less. I blame that stupid trumpet performance. What a great line.
In case people are forgetting, baseball is fun. It's a fun game.
Baseball is fun. That's a fun comment, though. I like that. Jerry Seinfeld should think about getting into comedy or something.
Yeah. So moving on to some St. Louis Cardinals legends. Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright are currently tied for first in most starts as a battery, which is now they're at 324. Their next start, they will set the record for most starts as a battery at 325. So fair or foul, their mark when they set it for most starts as a battery all time won't be broken.
Oh, great question. So Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright are now at 324 games where Wainwright is pitching to Molina. Next start breaks the record. Yadier and Wainwright's record won't be broken. I'm actually not sure of who's in second. Do you happen to know that?
I have no idea. I honestly couldn't name probably a battery that's been together longer than 3 years, maybe.
That's a good point. So I really think Yadier and Wainwright's record won't be broken. I think that's fair. I don't think we see it happen just because, one, these two guys, no offense, are so old. They're older guys. We don't see many careers go this long. And we do not see players play for the same team for their entire career very often either. So I think it's fair to say that we don't see this again. I'll put a cap on it in my lifetime. Well, we don't really know what that cap is. Hopefully it's a high cap. I don't think we see this again in my lifetime. I don't think we see this for a long, long, long time. This is a remarkable record when you think of it. Both of these guys in their 40s have played for the Cardinals their whole career, 324 games, coming up on the record of 325. Remarkable. I'm going to say it's fair. This record won't be broken. What do you think?
I don't think it will either.
Yeah.
A lot of pitchers have like personal catchers. Darvish had one, but a lot of those guys usually don't hit as well as Yadi, let alone play that long. So I think it's a record that probably won't even come close to being touched.
Yeah. While we continue with this fair or foul, can somebody in the control room help me with who is in second place? Like, who is the next closest behind them? I think that would be fascinating. It might be too hard to find out, but let's see.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know. But from one record to another record that might not be broken, Zack Greinke, his scoreless streak ended Sunday at 44 and a third, good for 7th all time. So fair or foul, Orel Hershiser's record for consecutive scoreless innings will not be broken.
This is good. So Zack Greinke, one, needs to be talked about more. And if he was on any other team other than the Diamondbacks, this would have. He is the 7th longest scoreless streak of all time. And with him throwing him getting through the first inning in his outing on Sunday, he broke the all-time Diamondbacks franchise record, which not sure if you've heard, but the Diamondbacks have had a few really good pitchers in their franchise history. Randy Johnson, Curt Schilling, Brandon Webb had that record. So Orel Hershiser's record is at 59. Hershiser's inning record won't be broken. So just to clarify here, this is fair or foul that the record will not be broken.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's foul. I think this gets broken at some. This doesn't feel like one of the untouchable records in baseball. This doesn't feel like the Cal Ripken Jr. record of consecutive games played. This doesn't feel like the untouchable, like Cy Young number of wins, number of losses. All those Cy Young awards are great. This feels breakable. Not to take anything away from it. I mean, 59 consecutive innings without giving up a run is truly mind-blowing. I just think it gets broken. I don't know. I could be off there. What do you think about this one?
I think it can get broken. I mean, I think number 4 all time is Zack Greinke, and that's, within the last 10 years. So
yeah,
it's definitely something that's attainable.
Yeah. Right. Will it? I don't know. But it feels, it's not one of those like, that's never going to get touched thing. It could happen. So for that reason, I'll say foul.
Yeah. All right. So currently, Pete Alonso and Paul Goldschmidt are tied atop the NL for the lead in RBIs.
Okay.
So fair or foul, Pete Alonso will come away with the NL RBI crown at the end of the season.
Oh, I like this. I do not mistake this pause for me not knowing what I want to answer. Some might think that. I am confident in saying that this is fair. Pete Alonso will win the NL RBI crown. Yeah, I just think that happens. There was for a while there early in the year where he was killing it, slowed a little bit, but has been good of late. Drives in a bunch of runs. A lot of guys get on base. We're looking at two really good teams. So, take that kind of out of the equation of who, it's not like one of these guys is playing for the Nationals and there's no way they're going to score enough. Both of these guys are having a great year. Goldschmidt is well on his way. I think, him and Austin. I think Goldschmidt's going to win the NL MVP award, but I think Pete Alonso ends up driving in more runs. So my answer is that this is fair. Pete Alonso wins the NL RBI crown.
I'll take that. Control Room got back to me. It roughly takes 10 years to get 200 starts together. I believe Cole Hamels and Carlos Ruiz was the last. So the last battery to do it.
The last battery to get 200 was Cole Hamels and Carlos Ruiz. So I feel even better about my answer that we don't see that in my lifetime. And I plan on living to 150. So I feel very confident in saying that we're not going to see that again. That is remarkable. I'm glad thank you guys for figuring that out. That feels like great context to the answer to our question. Jeez.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.